So we can add zippers in Clo3D either to a single piece of our pattern or across and spanning multiple pieces, such as if you wanted a long zipper in the back of a garment that crosses the waistline. So you first need to establish that seam line. We've already sewn those together. We can double check that in our edit sewing. Those are sewn together. And so we can then pass a zipper over that as you would do in normal sewing, normal patterning. When you are applying a zipper, particularly when you have pieces that are made with symmetrical or linked editing, you need to remove that linked editing, otherwise the zipper can't be placed properly. And to do that, you need to go up to Transform Pattern here, select the piece, and when you see that the other one is highlighted in blue, that gives you the indication that they have linked editing. You can then right-click on that piece and select Remove Linked Editing. I'm going to do the same thing with my skirt here, because when I click on that, the other one highlights in blue, indicating that they are linked. So remove that linked editing as well. Now, for a garment like this, I may want to have a zipper that goes from the neckline down to my double notches here. And in order to do that most efficiently, it's best to create a new segment there. So I'm going to place a point at my notch, like the top of my two notches. And that's going to give us a separate segments for that back seam line. So the top part will be zipper and the bottom part will be sewn. Okay. So now that we've prepared our pieces, the function for making a zipper is this one right over here. It is the zipper function. Above that, you can see is the edit zipper function. So we are going to add a zipper using the plain zipper function. So it's a matter of looking both in your 2D window and your 3D window. Notice that my back bodices are separated a little bit. When you simulate, you can simulate and kind of push them apart to give a little space. It's sometimes easier to place your zipper when they are a little bit apart so you can see where the zipper is going. It doesn't overlap. But you can use both your 2D and your 3D window to accomplish this. So again, I'm going to go back. I'm going to unsimulate. And I'm going into my zipper function again. And I'm going to begin at the top neckline. So I can start here and start to move my cursor down. I'm just running along that line. I'm looking at my 2D window at the same time to make sure I'm in the same correct location. And again, in my 2D window, when I get to that point that I've added, I'm going to double click. Okay. And now I'm going to go back up to the top. And sometimes if they're overlapping, you might be able to see where you begin. So if you start in your 2D window and begin going down, you can actually finish in your 3D window. So I've just switched over. And when you get down to the bottom, it is going to give you a blue dot indicating where they think you should end your zipper. And I'm going to go along with that. So I'm going to double click to end. Now you can see it gives me what looks like a seam line, but now there's a gray zipper that lines that part. So when I simulate, you will see that the zipper zips itself up. We have things we need to consider. You can see that there's a gap here at the bottom because the zipper tape and teeth have width to them. And so we'll need to account for that in our patterning, but we will talk about that in a different video.